This is Ontario, Canada, and behind me is one of those rare places here on Earth where raw power and sheer beauty collide in a breathtaking spectacle. I'm Todd Newton, welcoming you to the Tattooed Traveler and welcoming you to Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls. It's over 12,000 years in the making. It dates back to the Ice Age, so I don't want you to rush through this visit. I want you to take your time. I want you to see it all, be comfortable. And part of that is having a nice home base. I recommend staying at the Falls View Resort Casino. They really do have everything here to make you feel like it's your home away from home. Retail shopping, over 24 restaurants, including high-end dining, something for just about every taste. And if you want to go a little more casual, hey, they've got you covered there too. They even have a food court if you just want to grab something and go. I was looking for something that falls in the middle, so Lucky's Restaurant and Bar hit the spot. Not too casual, not too fancy. And look at these huevos rancheros and the salmon eggs Benedict. Come on, what a great start to the day. And if you want to go off property, there are plenty of choices around. Just across the street, my fellow parrot heads will love Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Fins up. You got to pop in if for no other reason than to just grab a shirt. But Falls View makes it really easy to just stay put. The casino is open 24/7. Over 3,500 slot machines and video poker machines, 130 table games. They've got it all, including the new OLG stage, a 5,000-seat state-of-the-art theater, perfect for your next concert or comedy show. Now, let's focus on where you'll be laying your head. 372 luxury hotel rooms, super comfortable. And if you plan far enough ahead, you just might get a room with a view like this. Wow. But you want to get closer, don't you? Well, friend, closer we shall get. Now, Niagara Falls serves as a natural border between the United States and Canada. What you're looking at there are the American Falls. We're standing on the Canadian side. There are actually 3 waterfalls in the Niagara Falls collection, if you will. You've got the American Falls, which you see there, Bridal Veil Falls, which we can't see from this side, and Horseshoe Falls, which is here on the Canadian side, just up this nice little path, which is a great way to get your steps in, by the way. And Horseshoe Falls, look at that. This, if I'm being honest, is my favorite part of visiting Niagara Falls. You can hear that water pounding onto the surface from 3 blocks away. Truly, truly awesome. I want to get a closer shot of the water hitting those rocks for you. Horseshoe Falls is by far the largest of the 3 waterfalls here at Niagara Falls. About 90% of the water that flows into the Niagara River comes from Horseshoe Falls. 3,160 tons of water every second of every day, to be exact. Now, these signs are bizarre, I know, but they're here for a reason. Since 1850, more than 5,000 people have gone over the falls, either accidentally or intentionally, committing suicide or performing a stunt. The first to do that was this lady, Annie Edson Taylor, a widowed school teacher who in 1901 celebrated her 63rd birthday by hopping in her oak barrel and making a little Niagara Falls history, becoming a local celebrity in the process. Another reason I think it's good to get a hotel room and make a trip out of your visit is because as beautiful as the falls are during the day, when the sun goes down, things really light up around here. This tradition started in 1860 when 200 smaller lights were arranged to illuminate the falls in honor of an upcoming visit by the Prince of Wales. Additional lights were installed in 1920. They come on every evening around 6 p.m.-ish, dusk, and they stay on till about 2 o'clock in the morning. Just gorgeous. There's Horseshoe Falls, all lit up. It's just so interesting to me that these falls were formed when melting glaciers formed massive freshwater lakes, which are now the Great Lakes. And Lake Erie ran downhill toward another lake, which was Lake Ontario, and those rushing waters carved out this river in their descent. The next morning, after a good night's sleep in the hotel, it's time to give you what you came here for, an up-close front row seat to Niagara Falls. Now, there are a few different ways to, as the locals say, get wet. The most popular of which is probably taking a cruise on Made of the Mist. And according to their website, this is where you can, quote, get as close to the falls as any human can safely venture, end quote. The first Made of the Mist hit the water in 1846. It was a side-wheel steamboat ferry used for border crossings. Today, there are 2 fully electric, emission-free vessels in the fleet. And keep in mind, you can't board the Made of the Mist from the Canadian side. As of 2014, she became property of the United States. And while it is possible to buy your tickets online in advance, it is not possible to request specific dates or times. Made of the Mist suggests that you visit their website for more information prior to your visit. Now, as exhilarating as I'm sure that cruise is, and the observation towers around the falls, I bet the views from them are really something to write home to mom about. But I promised you that I would get you close. And judging by the soaking wet pavement here from the mist, not to mention all the folks around us wearing ponchos, something tells me we are rapidly approaching our destination. Friend, for my money, you get the most bang for your Niagara Falls buck right here at Journey Behind the Falls. Thanks to Niagara Parks, you and I are now able to stand right at the heart of Niagara and view 1/5 of the world's fresh water crashing down right in front of us. And we're also able to pick up any kind of Canadian souvenir we might want. But all I needed was my free poncho. We hop inside this elevator here and descend 125 feet into these 130-year-old tunnels, which are cut through the bedrock. There's plenty of room down here. The tunnels are about 8 feet wide, 7 feet tall. That tunnel will take us to the observation decks. We'll visit that in a moment. This tunnel will lead us to the 2 cave-like portals. Just to give you a general idea of where we are, at this point, we are 1/3 of the way behind that massive sheet of water that we were looking at earlier. Listen to that. Remember earlier I said 3,160 tons of water flows over Niagara Falls every second? Well, right here, what you're looking at is 681,750 gallons per second here at Horseshoe Falls. So loud! Super loud! Now I see why they gave us these ponchos. All right, are you ready to visit the observation decks? Well, let's do it. Watch your step. It gets kind of slick down here, and prepare yourself for the views of a lifetime. There are 2 decks, an upper deck and a lower deck. You can pretty much see it all from either one. But when the tattooed traveler says he's going to get you close to Niagara Falls, oh, he's going to get you close. That water is falling at 32 feet per second, hitting the base of the falls with 2,509 tons of force. That's about 1 million bathtubs full of water every minute. And these falls are capable of producing over 4 million kilowatts of electricity, which is shared by the United States and Canada. Man, oh man. They say Niagara Falls is the honeymoon capital of the world, and hey, I get it. What could be more romantic than getting splashed right in the face with your new husband or wife, right? How's this for close? I told you I'd get you close to Niagara Falls, right? Can't get much closer than that. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and until we meet again a little further down the road, I'm Todd Newton, the Tattooed Traveler. Travel safely. Oh, and don't forget to recycle those ponchos. Mother Nature sure was good to us today. We should show her a little love too.